Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a full moon in Aquarius reading for you. This is going to have a significant impact on your foundation, your sense of home, whatever that is. And this is particularly salient because your ruling planet Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius, conjuncting the moon's energy here. So this is powerful. This is having a super cleansing effect on your emotions in the service of a new idea, a new development, creating some kind of an alternative or disseminating something that you are producing, which stands in contrast to something that you have created, that you are enjoying, having fun with, playing with, and that you are producing creatively. You're producing something creatively. You are creating a kind of productivity through a process that you want to share with many. I hope that's clear. I'm not sure what words I was stumbling for. So I'm going to start with the tarot cards, and in your present energy, the 10 of Jades is describing legacy. This is about the way you want to be remembered, the way you want what you've built to be appreciated, utilized, and seen, valued by others. You want that value to be widespread. You want this to be accessible to others, what you've created, and you are open to sharing generously the process by which you have built something, built this thing that you're immensely proud of, that is the culmination of all of your experiences and skills. So what's interesting is this sense of recognition and gratitude for all of the abundance you've been able to appreciate and utilize towards the creation of this thing. So gratitude underlies your awareness of your good fortune, your abundance defined on your own terms, but a recognition that your life is rich and your offering is rich and valuable to those who haven't had the opportunities you've had. But there are ways that you are activating in which you are sharing this information with others. Perhaps it is the process itself of creating and building something that you're sharing with others. But this is, it feels like a major achievement, something that becomes available on a very wide scale basis. And in the past, the Ace of Staffs, or the Ace of Wands, is describing the inspiration for this achievement that was seeded. It feels like a long time ago, and I'm not quite sure why I'm sensing that, but it feels as though perhaps because this seed was planted a long time ago, it is now culminating in a product that is having an impact on the world, that is contributing to change, some kind of change. And that change necessarily had to begin with you. And that change is about you working through whatever obstacles and opportunities were available to you that allowed you to persevere on what feels like a very inspired, authentic path to articulating this desire, this dream, this producing this object. And it feels like an object. For the purposes of discussion, it actually can be an amorphous, ungrounded object like a song, or it can be a project that you've been working on, an organization you've been building. This is the idea of the legacy that includes or encapsulates this achievement. In the future, the Lord of Cups. Wow. This speaks about your recognition of the value of your ability to be vulnerable. Some kind of ultimate vulnerability is again at the seat of your inspiration. This, I almost am sensing this romantic idealism that is coming from you, that has come from you in the past, but that you've learned to manage, shape into a tangible resource that others could appreciate. But along the way, you have experienced a lot of disappointment, naturally, as most of us have, some failures that have contributed to your strength in recognizing that despite the external circumstances or conditions, you would do this again. That in fact, it is in your nature to be compelled towards this desire to share what you've learned, the wisdom you've gained in your life. You recognize that this is the gift that is inherent in what it is you are producing. Of course, it's not available to everyone. Others must retrieve the gift from your creation, from whatever it is you've built. But your wisdom is baked into the information that you're able to share, the way that you're able to disseminate what you have created. It comes from the heart. It comes from your desire to love and to be loved. I'm going to pull the Wild Unknown Oracle, and I pulled the Lover for you. This feels very gentle, but maybe not. I'm going to read from the guidebook to kind of get the full story, because don't we just love to talk about love? I do. Pulsing through the heart of the lover is gratitude. The lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses, reveling in beauty, song, art, music, sense, and sensuality. The lover lingers in foreplay, aroused not by the getting there, but by the slow merging of self and other. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time, as in order to feel it, we must be fully present and awake, with no expectations or rules about what should be. Rather, the lover is in awe of what the world presents, reveling in the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offerings. Wow. Okay, so this is really, really beautiful. I'm loving this, Scorpio, and I'm perhaps laughing somewhat nervously because it is so rarely given voice, this romantic, idealistic, unconditional expression of love. So we so rarely hit upon this in life, but this is describing something that is deep, deep within you, something that inspires your every action, particularly those actions that have contributed to this achievement, what you have built, what you have created, something that changes those that encounter it and potentially changes the world. And from the Crystal Spirit Oracle, I pulled the Raw Morganite. And again, I'm going to read from the guidebook. I love the beautiful pinks. I mean, do they work with the Lover's card or what? And they are so light and airy. I love this. And the one of the essential meanings is the gift of vulnerability, self-forgiveness. So here we are, gentleness, compassion, in the world of compassion of the Lord of Cups, the King of Cups. So I'm going to read a little bit from the meditation here. Morganite is a gentle, heart-cleansing stone that is valuable when we wish to release old patterns, wounds, and blockages that are obstacles to loving relationship with others. Meditation with this stone allows connection to divine love, which eases fear of vulnerability and allows us to be open to receiving love from others and from spirit. And from the relationship message, gentle assertiveness is the way now, for the message of raw Morganite spirit is to conserve your resources and avoid giving in to the drama of battles. People who are wounded may not appreciate you now, so set healthy boundaries, for your compassion and kindness extends to yourself. Express the strength of vulnerability by being honest without oversharing, by letting others see that you are on a healing path so that they may be inspired too. Sorry for the allergies acting up. My voice is pretty in and out. So, Scorpio, if this resonates for you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Thank you for being here and for the support you give me. So I'm going to clarify the Ace of Staffs in the past with the Empress and the Five of Wands and the Ten of Jades in the present with the Magician and the Emperor and the Lord of Cups in the... Oh, wow, I've got to take these. Cards are hot, Scorpio. A lot of good energy here. Wow, this is just beautiful energy. I'm feeling so good right now. In the past, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Staffs is clarified by the Empress and the Five of Wands. Interesting. There's kind of like you gather strength and power through communication with those in your team, on your team, your co-collaborators, your co-problem solvers, members of your community perhaps, or of your profession that you interact with on a consistent basis. This amplifies your power. This amplifies your voice. This affirms for you what you are sensing and what you need to communicate about. This is what inspires you. So it feels as though the basis of your skill, your talent, absolutely your gift is in the world, in your interactions in the world, even as you necessarily have to spend reasonable time in your subconscious space where you support and heal your various experiences from the past. You actually gain strength and energy clarification about that through your relationships in the world. It's working to serve others, to solve problems, to end scarcity, to provide support in concrete ways that really help you to affirm your vision. This is really the energy of an artist. I'm feeling that you are really managing some powerful artistic gifts, and you have honed them as a result of some real life experiences in a variety of environments. But you find yourself gravitating to solving problems, being a problem solver, and you know how to do the work to produce the results that you desire. In the present, the Ten of Jades is clarified by the Magician and the Emperor, and we already see the Empress here. So this is a powerhouse of energy. The Magician is really about your ability to communicate, articulate what it is you desire, what it is you're building. The product, it feels like something that you are writing or documenting, recording in a way that makes it easily shareable to others. And yet you take responsibility for your vision, the vision you put out into the world. You own that vision as part of your responsibility for your gift. Your freedom is the choice that you make in putting yourself forward in a fairly, your vulnerability forward in a fairly safe way, in a way where you've learned to not seek to control the conditions externally, but to really manage your own power and resources, your own talents and skills as a way of producing the reality that you desire. This includes that reality of change, that you're capable of supporting change, articulating the need for change, or the change that already exists that we as a social entity may be yet to catch up to. So this idea that you're taking on dynamics in the contemporary world as a way of exploring them, addressing them to promote changed attitudes or behaviors, certainly changed actions. And in the future, the King of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Cups and the Star. Wow, there's just so much loving energy, Scorpio, that I'm really feeling from you in this time. This is, we're talking big unconditional love with a capital U. You are experiencing love at such a global, universal level. You have a vision in your heart of what you've learned along the way about the availability and the inclusiveness of this desire for safety, for comfort, for protection in the world, for the ability to grow, to expand, to experience the abundance. And I mean that in terms of emotional abundance as well as abundance on your own terms, its own terms, the abundance of the world as if the world were itself and is a living, breathing entity, autonomous, that it has the right to grow and expand and manage its own growth as it has for millennium before we populated it. So I feel like you are tapped into this really powerful experience of much of the world that you are able to harness, advise, share. In fact, that's part of what is coming through right now. Your ability as an advisor for others, perhaps building similar kinds of products or objects that you've created, ways in which you can tap into the audience for these products is uncanny. And that you are holding up a vision, that you are inviting others to contemplate, consider, feel, recognize as valid, as real. I'm going to finish this reading with a botanical inspiration. I don't know if I can say much more. Two popped out, but I'll take the yellow mallow, the hibiscus, I can't read that, trianum. And the keywords are delicate, fleeting beauty. When life is not coming up roses, look to the weeds and find the beauty hidden within them. Oh, Scorpio, this is just such a powerful reading. I'm so pleased and blessed by your presence with me today. And until next time, namaste.